The problem is not the people who don't understand you. The problem is you who's not understanding them. There are some people who you need to handle according to the way of their understanding. When you talk to the spiritual, you talk spiritual things. When you talk to those who are not spiritual, you talk things in a way that they can understand. In Jesus' mighty name. When we read from 1 Corinthians 3, it says, "Dear brothers and sisters, when I was with you, I couldn't talk to you as I would to a spiritual person." You see? I had to talk as though you belong to this world, or as though you were infants in the Christian life. I had to feed you with milk, not with solid food, because you weren't ready for anything stronger. Some people around you are not ready to come to that level that you are in. You will not pull them, you will not drag them. Our God is a God of peace. Our God is a God of joy. Our God is a God of not handling people in a bad way. We need to understand the people who are around us who are not spiritual enough to understand these things that we are doing. Some people are now your enemies simply because they don't understand what you're doing, not necessarily because they hate you, but because they don't understand what you're doing. You're in another level of spirituality. So it is up to you right now to come down to their level. When you're talking to them, you talk to them according to the level that they can understand. Not necessarily for you to become like them, but for you to talk in a level that they can understand, for them to become like you, in Jesus' mighty name. The reason why they do not understand spiritual things is down here as I continue. It says, "I had to feed you with milk, not with solid food, because you weren't ready for anything stronger." And you still aren't ready, for you are still controlled by your sinful nature. You see? When people are controlled with sinful nature, they cannot understand spiritual things. So the people around you, do not blame them. Do not mishandle them. Let you be good so that they can follow your example. Let you be positive so that they can see God in you and see the sin in them so that they can change. So this is the time that you should stop fighting against yourself. If you handle people in a way that they cannot understand you, they'll end up not receiving the message. Our God is a God of love. If you're talking to people and communicating to them in anger because they are not understanding you, you are not giving them the word, you are giving them resentment, and they will take long to come into the place where you want them to come. So this is the time that you should understand. People are carnal. People around you will not understand you unless you first understand them and know how to handle them. Let God give you wisdom and understanding so that you can search deep things, so that you can understand that the problem is not your husband, the problem is not your wife, the problem is not the people around you, the problem is how you are giving them the message. The way you deliver the message will determine if you win them over or you put them deep into their lost state. So this is the time that God is giving you new wisdom on how to handle people. And I'm telling you, before you know, they are going to ask you, how come you changed? How come you're now that person that we expected you to become? And you will simply say, God is the one who's making this possible. This is the time that you should show people that the power is not in your hands, the power is in God. You are not the one who's going to correct people. You is to deliver the word and let God do his part. You cannot play God's part. Whenever you leave your part and play God's part, you mishandle things, and people even mishandle the message. So this is the time that you should know God is putting you in that position for you to speak to people according to their understanding. Speak to them in the way that they will understand. Do not speak in parables. Speak in a language that they can understand so that you can win them to Christ, and you will stop battling with them and you'll stop handling them like enemies, but instead you will handle them with love and understanding. Thank you for watching, and I believe that battle that you've been fighting of misunderstanding is going to come to understanding for the honor and the glory of God in Jesus' name. Thank you for watching.